You know, we live in a day and time where you have a lot of people that's online and they claim to be marriage gurus. Never been married before, never been in long term relationships. You know, they don't show their face. They're making thousands of dollars with a lot of following. And people are really listening and believing these people. I told you we're in a time where you can be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Then we have people that's been married, that's getting divorced, and they're coming online influencing a bunch of women and men who's never been married before. And a lot of these people are dealing with unstable, dealing with mental health issues from relationships that they never got a healing from. But they out here giving advice. And one of these people is Tia Mowry. You know, since her divorce, well-publicized divorce, she's been online flapping her gums every day. One moment talking about dating and dancing and showing her body, the next minute crying about the dating market, not knowing whether she's coming or going. You know, this internet has become like therapy for so many people, but they gain an audience catering to a bunch of other hurt people who's never had any type of healing. So on her 46th birthday, you know, she's taking to social media again to talk. I'm just giving a real confusing message. Because like I said, we from day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute, second to second, we don't know what this woman is going to say, which angle she's coming from. But let's listen to what she's talking about now. Check this out.
Hey guys, what's up? So first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for all of your birthday wishes. Really, you guys have been there for me since the beginning of my career. So I just wanted to do a personal video just to say thank you. 46 years old. Cray cray. One thing that has changed, as you can see, is I'm wearing glasses, y'all. I cannot see without them. I wanted to share with you, or I wanted to answer some questions for you guys. So the first question is, what does turning 46 mean to me? I feel like I am in the third trimester of my life. 46 to me means staying present, but just learning more about my why. Why am I the way that I am? Why do I behave the way I behave? And also focusing on where I want to be and who I want to be. I think 46 for me is focusing on how my thoughts and my behaviors are in alignment, meaning whatever it is that I want for myself, whatever it is that I think of, I do. I speak in analogies, you guys, but I think there have been times in my life where I'm looking at myself in a mirror, right? And sometimes in that mirror, I'm further ahead, which is inspiration, right? Is what what I inspire to be or what I inspire to do. Where does Tia see herself? And then there are times where I see myself, you know, behind myself, meaning I'm seeing myself in the past. But now I feel like for the first time in a long time, you guys, I actually see myself right beside myself, meaning I am in alignment with myself, which, you know, it feels good. 46 means peace to me. What advice would I give to my younger 36-year-old self? Let's see, where was I? Where was I when I was 36 years old? I think I can just focus on maybe where I was mentally. I think I would tell myself that it is okay to want more for yourself. It is okay to say no. It is okay to value what you desire, value your self-worth. It is okay to not be perfect. It is okay to speak your truth. It is okay to be you. The advice that I have for people entering their 40s, let's see, really enjoy the ride. In your 40s, you start to really realize how short life is. Mainly because I think when you're in your 40s, you start to see loved ones leave you. The perspective that it gave me was how short life really is. Continue to walk with gratitude, right? Because wearing these glasses, having this gray hair, that is a privilege. That is a blessing to be able to be here and to get the opportunity to live. I feel like it is the biggest and best blessing. The advice that I would give is understand that change is constant. You're not going to be young forever. Know that change is okay. And also know that there are better things on the horizon. That life is really what you make of it. I think how I've changed from 45 to 46, another thing is I am no longer a people pleaser. I feel like I used to feel like I had to say yes to everything, even though it wasn't something that I wanted to do. And it could be just like influences from society and the world. You should be this way. You should be that way. You should be this by this time. I feel like how I've changed is I am living my life now. I am living the life that I want to live for myself. Whatever decisions that I decide to do and make, I'm very mindful about it. Does that align with what I want for myself? Does that align with what I want for my future self? And then also I think the word for me is reciprocity. It's like I actually am worth reciprocity. And it doesn't matter where it is, whether it's in the workforce, whether that's in friendship, or whether that's in relationships. I am just looking for reciprocity, and it has been a game changer for me. I've definitely become an avid reader. I was not reading as many books as I was reading then. I can say I've read about 6 books in the past year and a half. So that's that. I'm enjoying this journey, and I really look forward to another year. I look forward to just amazing, beautiful, wonderful things happening, whether that's with my family, with my friends, with my career, just with life in general, and with you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for riding with me through thick and thin. Sometimes, things happen, and life is up, life is down at times, and that is okay. And I just really, really appreciate all of you guys for just sticking with me. And I love you. Mwah. Bye.
So when you hear this, we hear a 46-year-old woman who's been in that body for 46 years. She's been through all her experiences, whether personal or the ones that's out to the public. Nobody knows Tia Mowry more than Tia Mowry. People always say, well, I'm trying to discover myself or find myself. And I tend to tell them, no, you know yourself more than anybody. You're the one that's been living in that body. You know all your secrets. It's just about what you're willing to accept, what you're willing to deal with. What are you willing to put out in front of you and say, this is who I am, right? Whether you like it or not. And then you start doing the things you need to do to work on to bring about the change that you may want. A lot of times we don't want to deal with things because we don't want to change. There's a lot of things that has to change about you in order to bring about a different result or to become a better person. So people kill me when they say, well, I'm trying to discover myself. And I'm looking at you like, what? Don't nobody know you more than you. You know all your deepest, darkest secrets more than anybody. But are you willing to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I don't like who I am. I don't like who I've become. I want to become better. And these are the things that Tia Mowry has failed to do. So she's online just babbling and talking and babbling and saying certain things to make herself feel better instead of just getting the therapy and getting the healing that she needs, because she knows who she is. And she's saying, well, at 45, and now I'm discovering this at 46, and I'm reading all these books. But you're online talking to a bunch of young people that's eating all of this up, and you're not giving them the right advice on how to excel or move on. I keep telling y'all, marriage is not something that's promised to you like life or death. It's something that you got to fight for every day. It's something that you got to stay prayed up. You have to be mindful of your day-to-day experiences, because it formulates the way that you think and what you manifest out back to the people. So she's been she's went to these on these dating sites. She's saying that the dating market sucks, but she wants to find a man now that's going to cater to her. So we saw her post a video where she talked about dating a man that had grills. But she goes on there, she's not completely right. She has the makeup on, the fake eyelashes, just all kinds of stuff, right? This whole thing when you're dealing with people that's been in long-term relationships and marriages, when you come out of those relationships, you're still used to that person. You're still used to that life that you was living. She's jumped out of that marriage and then jumped right onto social media, where she's never got the healing that she needs from being in such a long-term marriage where there's children involved. She still loves her ex-husband. You can tell by the way that she talks. You know what I mean? You know, then she goes on to these shows and she's talking about the dating market and what she want in the man. And she wants this man to be able to deliver and give her all these things, but she hasn't really dealt with herself to really find out the man that you want, what is it that he wants? He's not your husband, your ex-husband. Check this out.
Okay, go ahead.
How hard is it in the dating world now?
Oh my God.
What is it like out there for a single woman?
Do we have a shot of tequila? No. No,
I've been single for 5 years, so I don't know what this world is like out there. But I know it. But from what I see and from what I hear, it is tough.
It is very tough. I will say I've only been in the dating world for, I want to say 3 months now, and it is exhausting.
It's exhausting.
I want to throw the towel in. I'm like, what is wrong with you know? You know, and I will say this.
Okay.
Someone had told me, and I wanted to be like, no, I disagree with you, and I don't want to believe it. They were like, you just, because my last relationship when dating was, when I was, dating this person, it was beautiful. It was amazing. It was wonderful. There was courting that was, involved. And I was saying how I feel like that's no longer, present, meaning like people just don't court each other anymore. And this person was like, well, that's old news. Like people just don't do that anymore. There's just this whole new way of doing things. And I'm like, you mentioned tradition, and I think that's where it kind of needs to go back to, where, a man is courting a woman and showing her, how much he appreciates her and wants her and loves her, or wants to be with her. And I feel like what's happening now, and again, I've only been in the world for a few months, is they have this mentality right off the bat that there is someone else. Do you know what I mean? Like there could be someone else.
Is it that they're the prize?
Yes.
We talking deep here.
Yes.
We about to get into it.
Oh my God, that the man is the prize.
The man is the prize.
Yes. I'm talking loud. Yes. That is so true. Like they've taken it off of the woman.
And if we read the scriptures, we look in the Bible, the man becomes more infatuated with himself.
So she talked about that people don't court anymore. And in her old situation, she was courted by her ex-husband. She was loved on. He paid attention to the small details. She talked about in today's time, people have a preconceived notion or idea that there's already someone else. Let me tell you guys something from a person that's been married for 22 years. Somebody that's 49 years old that got married when he was 27 years old. And I walked with a woman for 22 years. I watched her go from her 20s to her 30s and to her 40s. I watched her have a young 27-year-old body and a 49-year-old body. I watched her watch her hair turn gray. I've experienced her in the good and the bad. And I've learned to love her even when I can't stand her at times. Because the love is not just a feeling. The love comes in the duty, the work, the sacrifice, the commitment. What am I willing to do to maintain my marriage, to maintain the things that I've built? You know what I mean? A lot of people are selfish, man. And you see her now, she's online, she's talking to the world, she's talking to whoever will listen. But what about just going back in there, man, and just working it out? You got children. I have 4 children, 6 grandchildren. I walk away from my marriage. I'm not just walking away from my wife. I'm walking away from my legacy and all the things that I've built over the years. When I first met that woman, walking down the street, my children, none of that existed. All of that exists now because we came together and created a union. So it's bigger than just love. Love comes in the sacrifice and the commitment that it took in order to create this thing. I'm not online talking about I need to discover myself and I'm trying to figure this stuff out. Here she at 46 years old when she's been married for a long time with children. No, I keep trying to tell you, a lot of these people are like children disguised as adults. They never got over their childhood. And they're trying to reclaim their childhood at their advanced ages. And we live in a time of selfishness, man. That's the times that we're living in. And for a person like me, I'm looked at as somebody that's crazy. You've been married for 22 years. Man, you lucky, bro. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. There's a protocol on things that we should follow in order to be married, in order to be in relationships. It takes work. I'm married for 22 years because I chose to be. I chose to exhibit the behavior that it would take in order to be married. In order for my children to live in the house with me. In order for my children, my sons and my daughters to see what it is to be married. To see what it is to do things the right way. Instead of going, creating a family, leaving that family, creating a whole new family, being online, talking trash, crying one day, a hot girl summer, and then your whole phase the next. It's just a whole bunch of foolishness, man. It's just a whole bunch of foolishness. And this is why for years online, I show my wife, my children, my grandchildren, because I want to show black people that it's possible. You can actually do it too. You can actually do it too. You don't have to be online carrying on like this, normalizing this as if this is the norm. Because in our communities, we give ourselves to each other without ever understanding each other or be willing to sacrifice. But then after you done gave yourself to the person you expecting to sacrifice, no. What are they willing to put down to pick up you? Huh? What are they willing to put down to pick up the weight of you? What are they willing to sacrifice and lose in order to be with you? What are they willing to let go? Huh? These are the things that it takes in order to be married. And like I said, you got all these relationship and marriage gurus online talking and running their mouth. Man, listen, man. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Don't take advice from this woman. This woman is going through a lot of different changes psychologically and mentally. And she's going to be online talking. And as long as she's online, I'm going to come on here and talk about it. Because I've been on here advocating marriage and family for years. And my hardcore watchers, y'all know who I am and how I get down. Go into my community tab. You see how I get down. But I'm going to cut this video short here. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Hit that like button. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.